Madam, we can proceed.
Yeah, sure. So, very good morning to one and all. I hope we will get the full attention today. So, once your exam is over, I think your marks are also good. I suppose only few people is having less marks. So, where you are lagging, that you have to find it out, and you have to work it out on that. Otherwise, it will be difficult. Actually, while evaluating the paper, what we have seen, there are only 10% touch the pipe problem. Okay, most of them were there in the SOP method. Uh, so you have to be familiar with both the cases, both the SOP and POS form. Suppose in your final question paper, if you do not have the SOP, is suppose they are giving in the post form, you have to do it. That is what I found out from the answer script. Is it correct, no, sir? Because everybody was touched in question
Yes,
number
madam.
six,
Yes.
7. Only few people were there.
Very few. Very few. Yes. Adding to that is in the KMAP, even though you are grouping only once, you are expected to represent zeros also. Zero also should be available, right?
Yeah, sure.
Whether you consider them for pairing or not, that's immaterial. That's the reason behind me reducing a few marks for few of you. A mark is being reduced if you have not marked the zero in the KMAP, right? So you will have to take care of that also, right? So these are the few things that we just wanted to highlight.
Then in the prime implicant question,
Yes.
the question if they are asking for prime implicant, that is the question doing in the Kuhn-McCluskey method, tabular method. That is not the question for KMAP. You can verify the answer with the KMAP, but you cannot put this is my answer, right? So even if the answer is correct, we are just giving only 3 or 4 marks for that answer because that is not the method. Because they are correctly asked for prime implicants. Prime implicants will come only in the Kuhn-McCluskey method. So you have to do it in Kuhn-McCluskey only. Okay.
Yes.
So definitely, if it is a came up, the question won't have a 10-mark. It is not. It never be 10-mark question. It is maximum 5-mark question, right? So you have to make sure that while writing, if it is a prime implicant problem, you must write it in the Kuhn-McCluskey. Okay. So that's all about your CAA answer sheet. I think almost all received the papers, no? So somebody give some correction. They are asking for some correction. We'll do it today. Right. Okay, we'll move to the next topic. This is analysis and design. Analysis and design of asynchronous sequential circuits. Asynchronous sequential circuit. This is what we are going to see today. Okay, we have 2 hours. So we will see the analysis part and we'll try to do one problem in design also in this hour. And the rest of the things we will continue in the 3rd hour. Okay. So what is the asynchronous sequential circuit? In the previous class, what we have seen the design and analysis of synchronous sequential circuits. That is actually very important, very easy also, synchronous sequential circuit. But asynchronous sequential circuit is a bit complicated. There are so many steps are involved in that. So you have to give full attention while doing this problem. Okay. So can I expect the full attention? No answer.
Hope today we don't have any CAA. Yeah, we have answers. Yes, madam.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. So we'll start with the asynchronous sequential circuit. So how an asynchronous sequential circuit looks like? This is nothing but your combinational circuit. Combinational circuit, and you have n number of input, is x1, x2 up to xn. These are your input, and you have Z output, m number of Z output. Okay. Then another thing is, here you have a memory element, right? Because in the synchronous sequential circuit, every time you are getting all the flip-flops, we are getting the same clock pulse. Okay, so all the flip-flops will work at the same time only. But in the case of asynchronous flip-flop, asynchronous sequential circuit, output of the first flip-flop will given as the clock pulse of the second one. Okay, so there is a delay will be there. It will not work at the same time. It has some delay, right? Or once the first clock pulse has to come from the external source, then only the first flip-flop will give the output. Then that output you are giving to the second one. Then only the second flip-flop will work. Okay, if there are so many flip-flops are there, it will definitely you have a lag in the operation, right? So the not as a synchronous sequential circuit, it has some lag, because in synchronous sequential circuit, all the flip-flops will work at the same time. But here it will not work like that. So it has some delay. So this is, you can put it as a delay. Suppose this is your Y, I will put as Y1. This is nothing but excitation variable. Excitation variable. So this feedback which is given to the combinational circuit, another flip-flop, right? So what is this one? This is, you can put it as small y1. This is your secondary variable. Secondary variable. Okay, this is your secondary variable. Similarly, it can be any number. There is another delay from the another excitation variable. You can put it as capital Y2, and here it is feedback is given as this is small y2. Okay, so it can be n number. This is also n number. You can put it as delay. This you can name it as yk, just a variable. Okay, yk is one variable, so it can be any value. So the feedback is getting here. This one is small yk. Okay, this is the secondary variable. You are represented as this in a small y, and your excitation variable, you are representing it as a capital Y. Okay, so this is what is the delay element. Delay. So definitely it has some delay while moving to the next flip-flop. Once the one flip-flop has to work at the first time, then the output is given to the next flip-flop. Okay, so whatever be it is not necessary to be the flip-flop or any combinational circuit. While designing that, you can see that how we are going to design all those things, right? Is that clear? Asynchronous sequential circuit. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There are two types of asynchronous sequential circuit, that is based on the input, how it is received. So the first one is pulse width. One second. First one is fundamental mode circuit, and second one is pulse mode circuit. Okay, these are the two types. So one is fundamental mode circuit and the second one is pulse mode circuit. So this categorization is based on input it received. Okay, this is based on the input it received. There are two types. That is, one is fundamental mode circuit and the second one is pulse mode circuit. So what is fundamental mode circuit? In the fundamental mode circuit, input variable changes only when circuit is stable. Okay, so that is what is the fundamental mode of circuit. So what does it mean? If the circuit is stable, right, that means it received one input, and once the output comes, then only the next input is going to vary. Okay, it is not varying at the same instant. Okay, so once the circuit is stable, then only your next input is going to vary. You are giving the next input. That is fundamental mode of circuit. So that is one of the advantages. And one more thing is only one input. There is only one input vary at a time. There is only one input vary at a time. That is fundamental mode. So in the fundamental mode, input variables changes only once the circuit is stable. That is the first point. Then the second point is only one variable change at a time. It is not necessary to be changed multiple variables. Then in the case of pulse mode, it is the input is given as pulses. Okay, so what is pulses? This is like a pulses after some time. So every instant it is moving to change. It is not depending on whether the circuit is stable or not. It doesn't know whether the circuit is stable or not. What is doing? It is only changing at the same time. It is changing like from 0 to 1. This is one input change. 1 to 0. This is 0. This is 1. Then 1 to 0. This is another input change. Right. So input is keep on changing. It will not wait the circuit is stable or not. That is pulse mode circuit. Okay, you understand what you mean by fundamental mode and pulse mode. Fundamental mode, in fundamental mode, once the circuit is stable, then only you are giving the second input. That is pulse mode. But in the case of fundamental mode, in the case of pulse mode, what is happening? The input is varied at any instant. Okay, it is like a pulses. From 0 to 1 it is moving. After some time it is moving to 1 to 0. Again after some time it is moving to 0 to 1. Okay, it is like a pulses. That is pulse mode circuit. You understood this is what you have to be remember from the asynchronous sequential circuit. So this is what is an asynchronous sequential circuit. You have a combinational circuit and you have a delay. That is your asynchronous sequential circuit. Then there are two types, fundamental mode and pulse mode. That is based on the input it received. Okay. So the fundamental mode, only one input is varied at a time, and also the input variable change only when the circuit is stable. So that is your fundamental mode. In pulse mode, you are giving the input as a pulses, so it definitely changes at the corresponding intervals. That is your pulse mode of operation. You understood? Shall we move to the analysis part? Shall we move?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Actually, so happy to see your responses, because the last 2 days it was like we are just taking classes, we are not getting the proper response. So we'll see the analysis part. So analysis, there is some design, there are some procedures. So like the synchronous sequential circuit, here also in the synchronous sequential circuit, you have procedures for doing the analysis part. So the procedures, first point is determine feedback loop. Determine feedback loop. Determine feedback loop. Second point, designate feedback loop as capital YI and input as small yi. Okay, that is your secondary variable. Then third derive the expression for capital YI and output Z. If it has the output Z, you have to derive the expression for output Z using YI and external input. YI and external input. External input, suppose you can name it as X. Okay, you can derive that. Then fourth one is draw a map. So that we will see how to draw the map. Then fifth one is combine all maps in one table. Okay. So this map is for if you have two YI, that is capital Y1 and Y2. Suppose if you have, so you have to draw two maps for that. Then, but here what is happening? The fifth, that is what is the draw a map, and the fifth point is combine all maps in a table, in a single table. So suppose if you have three maps, you have to combine all the things in a single table. That is what is given here. So once you write it, will then the sixth point is circle stable state. Then seventh point is derive state table. Then eighth point is derive flow table. And the ninth point is draw the state diagram. These are the 9 points design analysis procedures you have to follow. So once you complete this, you have to note down this design procedures, analysis procedures, because you may get a question like explain the analysis procedures or design procedures. That time you have to write all the 9 points and explain the same with an example. Okay, if it is an essay question, you have to explain the same with an example. So you have to note down all these points. Then I will explain this with an example. Once you complete this one, you please let me know. Then I'll move. Completed. Yeah. Okay. Then
Yes,
I'll move. So your question is, you write down the question, derive the flow table and draw the state diagram for the asynchronous sequential circuit shown below. Derive the flow table, derive the flow table and draw the state diagram. Derive the flow table and draw the state diagram for the asynchronous sequential circuit, for the asynchronous sequential circuit shown below. Derive the flow table and draw the state diagram for the asynchronous sequential circuit shown below. This is your question. Okay. So X is your input variable, capital Y1 and capital Y2 are your excitation variable, and it is giving us a feedback to the system, right? To the combinational circuit. Okay. This is nothing but a combinational circuit. So Y1, that delay is given as the feedback to the combinational circuit. And here, once it comes here, this is your secondary variable, that is Y1. And here Y2 is coming here, so this is Y2. Okay, this is your question. Shall we start? It is finished drawing? Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, fine. Thank you, Sripura. So here you have to write first one secondary variable. So what are your secondary variables? What are your secondary variables? Secondary variables are small y1 comma y2, right? Then what is excitation variable? Excitation variable. Is there any excitation variable? What are the excitation variables? Capital Y1 and capital Y2. Then next one is external input. External input. What are your external inputs? Only one. X is your external input. X is your external input. Now, the first step is we are going to derive the expression for, capital Y excitation variables, capital Y1 and capital Y2. There is no external output is given. Okay, there is no output is given. So only excitation variables, that whatever output you are getting, you are giving as a feedback to the system. Okay. So here only Y1 and Y2 available. That is your excitation variable, and there is no output Z is present in this question. Okay. So we are going to write the expression for capital Y1 and capital Y2. What is the expression for Y1? Y1 is X Y1, right? This is AND gate, no? X Y1 plus X Y1 plus, then what is this here? X bar Y2, right? This is X bar Y2. X bar Y2. X bar Y2. Okay. Similar way, you write the expression for Y2. What is the expression for Y2? Y1 is X Y1 plus X bar Y2. Similar way, you have to write the expression for Y2. What is the expression for Y2? Capital Y2. Excitation variable Y2. What is the expression for capital Y2? Expression for capital Y2. So here first and second step comes here, and this is actually third step. Okay. Derive the Boolean expression. That is the third step. What is the answer? There is no Z.
He has marked it as 2.
Okay. Yeah. What is the answer?
They have given it as X Y2. X is correct. Y2.
X. This is not X Y2, no. This is, if you consider, X, so this AND gate output is comes here, no. So X bar Y2, right? This is X bar and this is Y2. X bar Y2
plus X bar Y1.
X bar Y2 plus what is this one? This is X Y1 bar.
X
right.
Y1 bar.
Y1, this is Y1. Okay, this is X Y1 bar. So this is X Y1 bar. Okay, this is your step number 3. Derive the Boolean expression for the system, excitation variable as well as your output variable. So in this question, you do not have any output variable. So you are finding out the expression for only for the excitation variable, capital Y1 and the capital Y2. Is that clear? Is the step clear? How we wrote the test?
I will just take a short break because they have given a different answer. They will have to check with our answer and let us know whether it is right or wrong.
Is this Y1 and Y2 right?
Yeah, this
okay, you are writing. Okay.
But fine. They have given a different answer. That's why I have just given. Sanmadi, Sedu, Madhavan and Saranya, please check your answers and let us know whether
correct.
That's on the board is right. Sedu, Madhavan, yes.
Okay.
Fine. Then we'll proceed.
Teach Y, that is, you have to draw the map, right? So fourth step is you have to draw the map. So while drawing the map, what you have to do is you have to in the case of kebab, how you were writing? Suppose if it is x, y, z, if you are writing, suppose let it be x, y, z. So x, y, z will be in the column side, x will be in the row side, right? This is the way. But here what you have to do is, you have to draw two K map, so not K map, but two map. That is for y1 and y2. So suppose this is for drawing map, right? While drawing the map, what you have to do is, row side will be your secondary variable and column side will be your external input. Okay. So row is nothing but your secondary variable, and column side is your external input. Okay, so if you are drawing the map, what are your secondary variables? You have two secondary variables. They are y1 and y2. So you are writing, there are totally 4 rows will be there and 2 columns will be there. Okay, so here this one is y1, y2 and this is x. So here it is x bar x. Here the same way we are writing y1 bar, y2 bar, y1 bar, y2, y1, y2, then y1, y2 bar. Okay, this is the way you have to draw the map. Okay, but in the case of K map, how you were drawing? You were drawing it in the horizontal way, right? Because in the row wise you have more cells. But in the case of here column wise you have more cells. So y1, y2 must be in the row side and external input must be there in the column wise. Okay. Y1 secondary variables must be in the row wise and external input must be in the column wise. This is you have to be make sure. Now how we are going to fill the value? So what is xy1? We have to check all the cells wherever you have these combinations that you can put as 1. Okay, wherever you have the combination xy1 and x bar y2. This is for capital Y1. Okay, so here see y1 bar, y2 bar, x bar, y1 bar, y2 bar, x bar. So no terms will be there. Y1 bar, wherever you have getting the xy1. So xy1 must be here only. Okay, so x here this is y1. X, y1, y2. Y2 you don't need to bother. Wherever you are getting x and y1 combination, there you can put it as 1. Here you have, here x is there. We consider only this one now. Okay. So here x is here, y1 is here. So you put here. The next one where which will come, here also y1. Okay. Here also y1 only. So x, y1. You can put it as 1. Similar way, x bar y2, x bar y2 must be in this column. Okay, x bar y2 must be in this column. So wherever you are getting x bar and y2 terms, you can put there 1. So this is x bar. Here it is y2, x bar y2, and here also x bar y2. You can put 1. So all other terms are 0. All other terms are 0. Is that clear? Is the step clear? Okay, then similar way we are going to draw the column for, draw the map for y2. Okay, we are going to draw the map for, this is for y2. Here also we are going to draw like this is y1, y2, x. This is x bar, x. This is y1 bar, y2 bar, y1 bar, y2, y1, y2, y1, y2 bar. So x bar y2 will be same as here, x bar, sorry, sorry, x bar y2 will be here. So this is 1, 1, these are 0, 0. What is the next condition? X, y1 bar, x, y1 bar. Okay, here x, y1 bar is here. So you can put it as 1. Then x is here, y1 bar is here. So you can put this 1 and all other terms are 0. All other terms are 0. Okay, this is the case for y2. So we wrote it for y1 and y2. Is that okay? Is that clear? The steps clear? It's a Nova. It's a
Yes, yes,
okay,
yes,
pa.
yes, yes.
So what is your fifth step? Your fifth step is you have to combine these two maps. Okay, you have to combine these two maps. So how combine y1 comma y2 in a single table. Single table. This is what we are going to do. So here also it will be same. This is y1, this is y2, this is x. X bar, x, y1 bar, y2 bar, y1 bar, y2, y1, y2, y1, y2. Okay, so how we are going to combine this one? So here we are going to write it as, you have to combine both the cases. 0, here it is 0, 0, 0. You are going to write it as 0, 0. You are going to write it as 0, 0. Here it is 0, here it is 0. Then your next one is, first y1 is 0, y2 is 1. So 0, 1. y1 is 0, y2 is 1. Right. Then similar way you can write it as, here it is 1, 1. This is y1 is 1, y2 is 1. And for the second one, y1 is 0, y2 is 1. y1 is 0, y2 is 1. Okay. Then what is next? This is 1, y1 is 1, y2 is 1. y1 is 1, y2 is 1. Then what is next? y1 is, y1 is 1, y2 is equal to 0. y1 is 1, y2 is equal to 0. Then the last case, y1, y2, both are 0. y1 is 0, y2 is 0. Then the last one, y1 is 1, y2 is equal to 0. This is the way you are combining the two tables, both y1 and y2 together. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. You complete up to this. Then we will move to the next step. So you might be feeling, actually while taking in the class, you might be feeling this is very, very easy. But this is not actually. So you have to practice it, then only it will come in your own way. Okay. Otherwise you will get confused while writing the exam. that is damn sure. Okay, so you have to practice it. You might be feel okay, I can understand, I understood everything. Okay, but this is not the way actually. You have to practice it, practice it, practice it. Then only it will be easy for you. Otherwise, it will get confused. Okay. So now the next step is we are going to find out the stable state. Now next step is we are going to stable state. Circle the stable state. So circle the stable state. I'll put it here. I'll replace the fifth one. The next one is we are going to find out the stable state. So this is sixth one. Now what we are going to do is we are going to actually replace this with the numbers. Then it will be easy for you. Y1 bar, Y2 bar. That is 0, 0. Y1 bar, Y2 bar is nothing but 0, 0. Then Y1 bar, Y2 is 0, 1. Then Y1, Y2 is 1, 1. Y1, Y2 bar is 1, 0. And in the case of X also here, this is 0 and this is 1. So how we are going to find out the stable state? So you only one thing you have to see here. So this is 0, 0. Okay, this point is 0, 0. Wherever you have 0, 0 in this row wise, that is your stable state. Okay, so this is your 0, 0. So you have to circle. This is a stable state. Okay. Similar way, here this is 0, 1. 0, 1 is nothing but Y1 bar, Y2. So 0, 1, where you are having 0, 1, here you are having 0, 1. So this is your stable state. 0, 1 is your stable state. 1, 1 is not your stable state. For 1, 1 condition, this is your stable state. 1, 0 condition, this is your stable state. Okay, so only thing is you have to replace the Y1 bar, Y2 bar with the same, with the number representation, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. Here it is X bar, X. This is X bar, this is X. Okay, so X bar is 0, X is equal to 1. So wherever you are having the same data in the cell, 0, 0, here it is 0, 0. So you can call it as a stable state. If it is 0, 1, here it is 0, 1, you can call it as a stable state. Here it is 1, 1, and this is input is also 1, 1, so you can call it as a stable state. Here it is 0, 1, 0, so this is 1, 0, you can call it as a stable state. That is your step number 6. Then seventh step is derive state table. Derive the state table. So what are the parameters for the state table? Present state, next state, then output. There is no output, and input here itself we are given. For X is equal to 0, what is the next state? X is equal to 1, what is the next state? So this way we are going to write this. This way we are going to give the state. Okay. So how many states are there? There are totally 4 states. So you can write it as 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay. These are your present state. While writing the next state, for the present, if X is equal to 0, the next state will be 0, 0. X is equal to 0, next state will be 0, 0. And X is equal to 1, what is the next state? Here it is 0, 1. Here it is 0, 1. 0, 0, then X is equal to 0, present state is 0, 0. Sorry, next state is 0, 0. Then X is equal to 1, the next state is 0, 1. Then for the second one, 0, 1, x is equal to 0, plus the next state is 1, 1, x is equal to 1, next state will be 0, 1. So this is what you just write what is actually there. Only derive the state table. So all the parameters are there. This is your present state. This is your next state. For input x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1. Only thing you just copy as it is to the table. Okay. So that is in the case of map. We are drawing it is in a map. So we are converting it into state table. You are only changing. You are writing this is the present state. Next state for x equal to 0. This is the answer. X is equal to 1. This is the answer. Okay, so you can write it 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1. Next one is 1, 1, 1, 0. Then 0, 0, 1, 0. Okay, that is your state table. This is your state table. So your seventh step is derive state table. Is that okay? State table is clear? Is that clear? Whatever you are having here, you are just writing it is in a table format. That's all. Okay. So this is your present state. What is there in the column? Okay. What is there in the cell is your next state. So this is the next state for x equal to 0. This is the next state for x is equal to 1. That's all. Is that okay? Okay. So what is your next step? Derive the flow table. 8th step is derive flow table. Derive flow table. Now what we are going to do here is we are going to assign the letters, assign the variables to the state. So you are assigning 0, 0 as A. Okay. Then 0, 1 as B. Then 1, 1 as C. Then 1, 0 as D. This is the name what we are going to given to the state. Okay. So state A, B, C, D like that. So for 0, 0 we are assigning it as A. 0, 1 we are assigning it as B. 1, 1 we are assigning it as C. And 1, 0 we are assigning it as D. So you are drawing the flow table. Flow table is the same thing what you are wrote here in the step number 6, and this is y1, y2, and this is x. This is 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Okay. Then what you are going to write? Here you are going to write x is equal to 0. This is A, B, right? Then 0, 1, 1 is C, 1, 1 is C, 0, 1 is B. Again here 1, 1 is C, 1, 0 is D. For 1, 0, 0, 0, this is A, and 1, 0 is D. Okay, 1, 0 is D. So what are the stable states? Again you are going to circle. Here this is A, here this is B, here this is C, and here this is D. This is your stable state. We are representing the same thing in a variable format. We are representing the same thing in a variable format. This is your flow table. This is nothing but your flow table. This is your flow table. Okay. This is your state table. This is state table, and this is flow table. Only difference is you are representing it in terms of alphabet. Here it is in numbers, and here we are representing it in terms of alphabet. State table. The state table is same as actually we were drawing in this table. We were combining the table together, right? We were combining the table together. and we were representing it as this is y1, y2, this is x, this is 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. And we were representing it as 0, 0, 0, 1, then 1, 1, 0, 1, then 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, right? When we were combining both the capital Y1 and Y2 together, we were getting like this. So this is nothing but state table. You have 4 terms will be there in your state table. What are they? They are present state, external input, then what is next? Excitations variable. Next state will be there, and output. If output is there, output will be there.
In present table, third row is 1, 1, ma'am.
In present table,
third row is 1, 1. I mean this.
Present table, third row is 1, 1 only. Yeah, I put 1, 1 only, no?
Yeah.
What is wrong in that?
Niveda, can you tell us?
Step number 6, we were combined together. Okay, so this is your present state, next state, and you have 2 external input, either x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 1. That is the case. Okay, so whenever x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1, you have to write whatever you are having here. X is equal to 0, x is equal to 1.
Ma'am, it's 1, 1, ma'am. You have written as 1, 0.
In the present state,
Hmm.
the third row element you have written as 1, 0.
Oh, okay. Fine. So this is 1, 1, and this is 1, 0, right?
1, 0.
This
Yes.
is what you meant. Okay. Fine. Thank you so much. Okay. So this is what we are writing here. Okay. What is the? So then, Seturaman, I hope your doubts may be cleared.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So this is what is your flow table. You are representing the same thing in terms of your alphabet. Okay. That is your flow table. Now what we are going to do is we are going to show the state diagram. So your step number, this is 7, this is your number 8, then 9th one is state diagram. Okay. So state diagram, how many states are there? You have 4 states. So this is A, you can represent this is B, you can represent this is C, and here you have D. Okay, A, B, C, D. You have 4 states. So this is your A. Okay, A is nothing but 0, 0. Okay, A is nothing but 0, 0. So if you are giving 0 as input, it will be back in the A itself. If you are giving 0 as input, it will be back in A itself. So from A, if you are giving input as 1, it will be moved to 1. B. If you are giving input as 1, it will be moved to B. Okay. Then similar way, B is nothing but 0, 1. If you are giving input as 0, it will be moving to C. If your input is 0, it will be moving to C. So if we are giving 1 input, it will be in the B itself. If you are giving 1, it will be back to B itself. Okay. So if it is, this is 1, 1 is the case for C. So if you are giving input 0, it will be in, if you are giving input as 0, it will be in C itself. If you are giving input as 1, it will be moved to D. This is input as 1. Then 1, 0. 1, 0 is nothing but D. So if you are giving input as 0, it is moving to A. It is input as 0, it is moving to A. If you are giving input as 1, it will be in D. Okay, this is the state table. Once you complete this one, let me know. We'll move to the next problem.
Completed, ma'am. You can proceed.
So I think roll number 101. Roll number 101. Roll number 101. Roll number 101.
Kumar. Ajit Kumar, are you there?
Roll number 101.
No.
No response.
Yeah.
So we'll.
Yes, unmuted.
Yeah. Is it clear, Ajit? 101. Is it clear?
Ajit, either unmute or drop a message in the chat box. No.
Roll number 110, Harish. 110. 110.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that clear?
Yes.
So what is the difference between flow table and state table? Why we are going for flow table? But state table is not enough, huh? Why we are going for flow table? No response. So your next problem is analyze the asynchronous sequential circuit shown below. Your question is analyze the asynchronous sequential circuit shown below. Analyze the asynchronous sequential circuit shown below. Analyze the asynchronous sequential circuit shown below. That is your question. Analyze the asynchronous sequential circuit shown below. You can draw the diagram. This is your question. X1, X2, capital Y1 and small y. Analyze the asynchronous sequential circuit shown here. Shall we proceed? This is your question. Okay, Ritika. Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, will proceed.
Yeah, sure. First, what is your first step? You have to derive the variables. Okay. So, what is your excitation variable here? Excitation. What is the excitation variable here? Roll number 105. 105. What is the excitation variable here given in the question? Roll number 105. What is the excitation
Yes, ma'am.
variable given? Yeah, what is the excitation variable given here?
Capital Y1, ma'am.
Capital Y1. So be on the line. Then what is the secondary variable?
Small y1 is secondary variable, ma'am.
Secondary variable. Secondary variable is small y1. Then what are the external input?
x1 and x2, ma'am.
External inputs are x1, comma x2. Thank you. So these are your parameters which is given in the question, right? So excitation variable is capital Y1, secondary variable is small y1, and external inputs are x1 and x2. So what is the next step? What is the second step? You have to derive the Boolean expression. That is the third. This is 1, 2. So what is the third step? What is the Boolean expression for excitation variable as well as the output variable, right? So, but here only one excitation variable is available. There is no output is given. So, you have to find out the expression for excitation variable, capital Y1. 205, what is the expression for Y1? 205, what is the expression for Y1? 205, what is the expression for Y1? Capital Y1, excitation variable, capital Y1. What is the expression for
Akshay Khanna.
Is present, 205?
Yeah, he's present. He's present.
Akshay Khanna. 209. 209. What is the expression for excitation variable, capital Y1? 209.
Celsia, on your chat box. Clean. One four, Gopinath. 214. Gopinath. It's an open forum. Anybody can unmute and let us know the answer. Arun, can you unmute and
You unmute and speak.
Arun, can you unmute and speak out?
Yes, sir.
Yes, unmute. Yeah, let us know the answer, please.
X1, X2.
So
Plus
for that
X2
is for this output of this AND gate, right? X1,
Yes,
X2. Wait. X1, X2 plus
X2 bar
X2 bar
Y1.
Y1, X2 bar Y1. Very good, very good. So this is the expression for your excitation variable Y1, right? X1, X2, X2 bar Y1, right? Then what is the next step? Fourth step, you have to draw the map, right? So there is only one variable is there. Okay, you have to draw only one map for capital Y1. So here, how we are going to draw the map? Is it will be in the column wise or in the row wise? How we are going to draw the map? What variable must be there in your row wise and what variable must be in your column wise? May I know the answer? Yeah, you can unmute and speak. Anybody. Now we are going to draw the map here. Which variable will be there in the row wise and which variable will be there in the column wise? Excuse me, no answer?
Maybe they're just looking, referring to the previous problem.
Yeah, okay.
Any answers? Any guess?
No response.
Just think of. Take a chance. Let us know. Sir, X will be on column wise or Y will be on row wise. Something like that you can just fill out, right?
I am audible only, no, sir?
Yes. We are audible. Column is X1 and X2, row is Y1. Ritika. Yeah. Saranya.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good answer. Right. She was telling you are going to draw column row wise in x1, x2, y1, right? So row wise it will be y1 and column wise it will be x1, comma x2, right? This is what we have told in the previous problem. Your secondary variable in your row wise and your external input will be there in your row wise, column wise, right? So you are going to draw a map like this. This is x1 bar, x2 bar, x1 bar, x2, x1, x2, x1, x2 bar. This is y1 bar, y1. Now you fill the column, cells. Now you have to fill the cells. First you are going to check what is the first one, x1, x2. Wherever you are getting x1, x2, x1, x2 is only 1 here. Okay, this is x1, x2 and here also this is x1, x2. Okay, this column completely x1, x2. So you can put this is 1 and here also this is 1. Then what is the second case? x2 bar y1. So y1 must be in this row, right? Y1 must be in this row and wherever you are getting x2 bar, you have to put 1 here. This is x2 bar here and here also x2 bar. So all the remaining cells will be 0. All the remaining cells will be 0. This is what is your map. So you don't require the fifth step because multiple map will be there. You have to combine it in a single map, right? Single table. But you don't have anything like that. You can just put like this itself. Then you can this one we are just representing like in terms of 0, 0. Okay. Instead of x1, this is y1, x1, x2. This is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. This is 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, and here it is 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, this is what. Now, what we are going to go, we don't require the fifth step. Now we are moving to the sixth step. That is, this is not sixth, this is seventh. State table. We are moving to state table. So, what is state table? How we are going to write the state table? Present state. Then we are putting input in between the next state. So, what is your present state? What are your present state? Present state, next state, x input having, x1, x2 input is having 4 conditions, right? So this is 1 is 0, 0. This is one condition. Then 0, 1 is the second condition. 1, 1 is the third condition. And 1, 0 is the fourth condition. This is what is x1, x2. Okay, there are 4 conditions will be there. Then what you have here, these are your present state. 0 and 1 is your present state. Then you have to write the same thing as it is in the table. So this is 0, 0, 1, 0, then 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, whatever you are having here, you are making it is in a table. You have to write it as present state, next state, and the x1, x2. You have four different combinations of x1, x2. That you are writing it as here 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, and 1, 0. Okay, but here what is happening here? Present state only 2 states, either 0 or 1. There are 2 states, that is either 0 or 1. So now what is the next step? 8th step, what you are going to do is you have to draw the flow table, right? Flow table. For that, present state 0 you are representing as A and 1 you are representing it as B. Okay. Oh, and one more thing, you did not mark the stable state. So wherever you are having 0, this is 0, this is stable, this is stable, and this state is stable. Okay, that is stable state. And here it is y1, 1. Okay, so that is same as 1. So you are marking the stable state here, 1, 1, 1. Here also you are marking, this is 0, 0, 0 is the stable state, 1, 1, 1 is your stable state. Okay. Now what we are going to do is we are going to draw the flow table. Flow table, how you are going to draw the flow table? Flow table is also same. Here it is y1, here it is x1, x2, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. Here it is 0 and 1. So you have to replace 0 with A and 1 with B. So A, B, A. Here it is B, A, B, B. Okay. This is, so here it is B is stable. So you are circling here. Here it is A is stable. So you are circling A as stable. Okay. What is the next step? You are going to make the state diagram. That is the last step. That is nothing but state diagram. I'll draw the flow table once again here. And it will be easy. This is y1, x1, x2, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, this is 0, 1. What is there? A, B, A, B, A. Then here last row is B, this is A, this is B, and this is B. Okay. Now we are going to draw the state diagram. State diagram is your 9th step. State diagram. So you have 2 states, A and B. Okay. So this is, suppose if it is in A. Okay. A is nothing but 0. A is nothing but your 0. So from A, if the input is 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, it will be remaining in A. It will be remaining in A if the input is 0, 0, right, comma, 0, 1, comma, 1, 0. Okay. So if any of these 3 input, if it gets any of these three input 0, 0, 0, 1 and 1, 0, it will be in A itself. Then what is next step? If you are giving 1, 1 input, if you are giving 1, 1 input, it will be moved to the state number B. Okay. So similarly, in the case of B, if it is 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. So all these conditions, it will be in B itself. 0, 0, comma, 1, 1, it is B again. Then 1, 0, it is B again. Okay. So if all these three input conditions, the next state will be B itself. If it is getting 0, 1 input, if it is getting 0, 1 input, it is moving to state number A. If it is getting 0, 1 input, it is moving to state A. Is that clear? Is that okay? Okay, fine. So in the same way, you can do more problems. That I think you have to work it out. You have to work it out by yourself. Then only it will be easy for you to do it in the examination. Okay. So this is what is analysis part. I think we cannot start with the design procedures. Design we will see in the afternoon session. Any doubt regarding the analysis part? Any doubt regarding the analysis part? Is that clear?
Clear. Clear, madam.
Clear. Okay. Thank you.
Madam, it is 10:50 right now.
Ah.
We have a small feedback form to get to know about our course delivery as well as the CA questions and evaluation.
Okay. Okay, sir.
I'll just share the link to them in the chat box right now.
Okay, sir.
In the next 5-10 minutes, let them take some time to fill in it and let them stay in the class till 11 so that we'll find out how many have submitted and so. And then on our guys, there will be a link which is shared with you right now in the chat box. We want you to just take some time, read the question, fill in the options, right? It's going to be related to the delivery of course content as well as the CA question paper and evaluation. So just take a moment and fill it. Stay in the Google Classroom, okay? Till we come back and we'll let you know whether the class is over, right? So we'll come back again, right? Okay. There is a link available on the chat box. Just click on the link, get into the, hope the link is active. Okay. Madam, it is 10:55.
Okay, sir.
What shall we do? Once when they complete, once when they have submitted the feedback, shall we ask them to come back in the third hour? Or
Yeah, okay, sir. No problem.
10:55. So as of now, some 30 students have filled the feedback form.
Okay, okay, okay. I think we can stop recording now.
Yeah, just a minute. Can you try stop recording from your end, because my area there is a
Yeah.
network problem. Only audio is coming, video is not visible.
The recording will be saved in Sedu Madhavan, 17P Vasa